Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and today we're going to start on our second fall journal. Excuse my fingers, I do have some red ink on there that I cannot get off, but it's not coming off on anything, so don't worry about that. But I thought I would use this material. This is some material that I got from my sweet friend Susie, and you know who you are. I looked at this, and then I looked at this After Midnight Designs collection, and the colors they match up beautifully. It's got that fall berry looking color in it. It has the greens, and it has the blues, and kind of the almost purplish, and it has some of the tan and the flowers. So this is what we're going to use for our cover. Now, let me move these. This cover is going to be different than any cover I've ever tried, so we're going to see if it works. I think it will. I think it'll work just like the others, but we're going to give it a shot. Now, I'm hoping this is going to be tall enough. Let's see. Yes, just tall enough. So we need 6 inches with it folded over this way. And I'm going to fold it a little bit bigger just because I want to give myself some extra room. Because I may end up having to trim some off here and there. So, okay, there's 6. And we've got 9 inches right there. So, I think we're going to be good. I'm going to cut this piece right here. I'll move it up a little bit so you can see. I'm just going to, I'll probably tear it. Let's just tear it and see what we get. There. Oh, that tore. Smooth. Very smooth. Okay, now this side, I'm trying to see which side is evenly tore. I don't think either one is, so I'm going to tear a little bit off of this side. I'm going to try that and see what happens. Okay. Alright, that should have made that side straight. And then we'll try to tear a little bit off of this side. Let me make sure that I'm going to end up with 9. I can always make it a little smaller, but ooh, that's just 9 right there. Just 9. I really don't want to, because if I make it smaller, I'm going to have to cut down my papers, and I don't want to do that. No, that's not going to, I'm not going to be able to take any more off, so that's okay. Let's make sure we've got 9. Ooh, not 9. Okay, I'm going to cut another piece. Scratch that. We'll go to the other end. This end is a lot wider, I think. I was trying to reserve as much of that as possible, but I'll still have plenty of it. Okay. Now we've got that. Let's go ahead and trim a little of this. And let's see. Let's fold it back over. See what we have here. Okay, we've got plenty that way. This way we've got a good bit too. So we can trim a little of this off just to try to even it up. It's a lot easier than trying to cut the material if you can just tear it straight. Normally the material will tear straight, so don't really have to worry too much about that. Okay, this side is still not straight, so let me see what I've got. Oh, that is just 9 inches right there. Okay. But if it'll tear a little bit right here, I can afford to lose a little bit of that. But I don't think it's going to. I may just have to cut it. I know you may not have been prepared to see this, but this is just the process. Now you could cut a template and just start slicing away at this material if you wanted to. Cutting you a template sometimes helps out when you're having to do little cuts like this. And I've got a rotary blade, but sometimes I just don't like using it. I don't know why. I can always trim this again if I need to. Okay, we just want to make sure that we get it as even as we can. Okay, now that piece should be 6 by 9. If nothing happened while we were tearing it. Let's see. That's 6, 6, and it is 9. Yep. Okay. Okay, so that is our piece. That's our cover piece. Now, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to put on the inside cover, but I'm going to use this Amazon packing. This is an envelope that I got. I don't remember what I got in it. Happy Mail or something. I don't remember. But I'm going to cut this down to 6 by 9. Now, this is one of those packages, and I know it's going to crinkle. I like that, but it might irritate you. This is one of those packages that has that glued foam on the inside. So what I will do after I cut this is I'll go around and glue all of this package back together again. So let's see. I think I'm just going to have enough. Yep, that's 6. Okay. I am just going to have enough to fold this over, and then I just need to get my height. So right there. And I had a few people that asked for the process of how I do my cover, so here you go. It's just, sometimes it's trial and error, but most of the time it works out pretty good. Okay. Now this is going to be on the inside of the piece, so it doesn't have to be cut exactly perfect, but I'm going to cut it as perfect as I can. Okay, so that should be our 6 by 9 piece. 6 by 9. Now I'm going to go around, and all of these places that I cut open, I'm going to go ahead and put some glue in there to close all of that up, because I don't think any of that foam would come out, but little tiny pieces like this come out, and I don't want any of that coming out. Now this is a double thickness, so I could take it apart and just use one. I think that might be what I do, and then I'll just use the other part for another. I think that might be wise, because it'd be pretty thick if I use both of them, I think. And then I'll have another piece for the next one, but it's going to have that nice crinkle. I love that. Love that in a journal. Now, as I'm gluing this, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit. I've had quite a few people that said they didn't see where I put my journal up, and they didn't get a chance to buy it, and that kind of thing. I list them in the store. Usually when I tell you guys, I will, unless there has been an issue of some kind. Normally, if I tell you I'm going to list it tomorrow, I list it tomorrow. I can't tell you an exact time because I just have to do it when I get time to do that. But, you know, it's first come, first serve. I can't reserve them for people. I can't hold them back, because I tried doing that one time, and the lady that said that she would purchase ended up not purchasing, so then I had to list it anyway. So I feel like the best way to give everyone a chance is just to list them and let you know what day I'm going to list it. So hopefully that solves the issue. I did list the other one, but it sold within just minutes of me posting it up, so that's the way it goes most of the time. And I appreciate that. I'm glad that that is, but I know that it's frustrating for some of you who can't get to the website exactly when I put it up. I try to alternate them and put them up at different times and not all of them up at the same time, because I know a lot of people work and there's things going on in your life that you can't be at the computer all day. But, you know, I just do the best I can do. That's all I can do. All right, so I got all of that glued together all around there. Now, we are going to put this piece down on here. Okay, if I really spread it out, now I did not press this. You know I don't like to iron. My husband, when we got married, he ironed everything. I don't like to iron. Never have, and probably never will. Okay, so I'm going to put that down like that. Now, I'm thinking that I'm just going to use some of this PVA glue because it won't show through my material, and I'm afraid some of this other glue might. I'm afraid my art glitter glue might show through. This is a very thin material. So, as a matter of fact, I need to see if I can see through it. Nope, can't see through it, so it's not that thin. I'm just going to put enough down on here to hold it in place while I stitch. I'm not going to worry about getting it everywhere. I just need some to stitch. And I like to kind of spread it in so that I don't have any lumps of glue anywhere. And I think that'll be enough to hold it right there. And then what we want to do is spread that out, push it all the way out, all the way up that way. Okay. And I can also pull on it a little bit more if I need to in certain areas when I start stitching. Like this little piece right here didn't come all the way out. When I start stitching, I can pull that on up. But a lot of it you can straighten out when you stitch. Now for the inside, what are we going to do? Let me look and see what I have. Okay, I may put a piece of this. This is a Kathy Holden fabric. And I'm thinking that will work. Let's see, I've already got the piece torn off of this end, so we'll just do that. Yeah, we'll put that in there. I think that'll work. So I am just going to measure down 9 inches and put a mark there. And then I need to measure over 12. Okay, so we're gonna just clip that a little bit right there. And then we'll cut it this way. There we go. Good fit. Now we're going to put some PVA glue on again. Now, we don't carry PVA glue in the shop because basically we just can't get it. Can't get it from any of our suppliers. But I do have it linked in my Amazon store. I think it's finally back in stock at Amazon. So if you want to check that out, you can just click on my Amazon store if there's not a direct link, and just look down through my Amazon store and you'll see it. If I can find it anywhere, I try to find it for you guys, because I know how aggravating it is to want something and can't find it. And if this part is not for you, then you can skip right on through this and just go on to the next part of the video. But I did have some that asked could they see this process, and I don't mind at all showing it. Okay, so that's the inside. Cool, I like that. Yes, that's going to be fine right there. So what we'll do is stitch around that, and that's going to be our cover. Now I'm going to go ahead and stitch while I've got this glue on here, because I didn't put my glue right to the edge, so I don't have to worry about my glue drying. I'm going to go ahead and pull on this a little bit and stitch it down to make sure that all of my brown paper is covered. And then that is going to be our cover. Now, on this one again, I may put some trim here. I don't know. Okay, I think I might put trim on this, but I'm thinking I'll put it on the top maybe this time instead of in between. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch this, and then we'll come back and we'll be ready to, we'll add some trim on, and then we'll start putting our pages together. So let me get this stitched up. Okay, our cover is stitched together, so that is done. That's how it's going to look right there. I think that is super cute. I love those colors together, and I think it's going to really look good with this collection. Now on this collection, when I printed it, I did not print it double-sided. Sometimes I don't, because it takes just a ton of work and lots of ink, which, you know, I have the Instant Ink program, so it's not that big a deal, but it does take a lot of work, especially if you want to print something different on the back of every page, which I normally do. So what I'm going to do, I have laid these together, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch my pages together. Like, I'm going to stitch these two together, and I may even leave some of them with an opening at the top or the side so that they can have some tucks in them. But these are kind of thin, so it's not going to hurt to stitch them together. It won't make them too thick. So I'm going to take my pages. I've kind of laid them out like I think I want them, and I'm just going to stitch them together. Now I will put a link to this collection below. Oh, I can't remember right now the name of it, but it is from After Midnight Designs, and I think the name may be on one of these sheets somewhere. Autumn Vibe is the name of it. Autumn Vibe. So you can go over and grab this one or take a look at it if you want to, and that link will be below. Alright, so I'm just going to go and stitch some of these together, and then I'm going to do something a little bit different. Alright, we have stitched our pages together, and I've gone ahead and put them in here because you guys know how I kind of go through putting my inserts together. So I've gone ahead and put it in my cover. I made sure that all of my pages were going the same way. Well, I hope they are anyway. I tried my best to make sure. I've got some, this is waxed thread, and it's just in that light color that's here, so I think that'll be good. Got my big old needle, and now we are going to go down the middle hole, and this needle is huge, so yeah, it'll go. I started to say I might need to make my hole a little bigger. Ooh, there it comes. I decided to get a nice long one because this is kind of thick. Now, since that is fabric, and fabric closes up after you poke the hole in there, I am going to put my awl through there, and as soon as I pull it out, I'm going to poke my needle right in there, and then I'm going to do the same thing down here. Just going to poke it through there, and it'll also hold your signature where you want it to. And then as I pull that all out, I will poke my thread my needle right down through there. Then I'm going to go back up through the center. Now, when you come up through the center, like I always say, make sure that you're on the opposite side as your tail. This is the piece that goes from here to here. When you come back up through, just make sure that both of these are on different sides of that thread, because you're going to hinge that thread with these two pieces. Now, I don't need quite that much hanging down there, so we're going to pull some of that back through. That's why I don't cut my thread off of my spool, because I can always save it. Okay, you're going to pull one way, and then I always look at the outside and make sure that my stitching looks good and that it's, you know, not one way back here, or there's not a knot in it or anything like that. I always just check it. That's just my way. And then I'm going to cut that off. I leave these hanging a little bit long just because I may add charms on there. Pretty sure I will. So I leave them hanging kind of long. I double knot it, and there it is. So our signature is now stitched in, and I will show you how I did the page, but it is Rhonda without an H. It's her design. I'm just doing it because I couldn't buy any from her right now because she is not making them at this time. She had some made and they've all sold, so I have ordered the next batch from her, hopefully, but I just went ahead and made one. She did a video showing how you can make them. All right, this is the inside. We will put a pocket here, but I didn't add my pocket all the way across. Sometimes I don't like to do that. Now, some of these I have left little openings in the end so that we can have that as a big pocket. We will probably still put some lace on these and that kind of thing, but so there is that page. There's that one. This is a beautiful collection. And then I have added some coffee dyed paper in here, some of our coffee dyed paper. And then this is that little envelope that we have made. I have a video, let's see, it'll post up, I think it was the one right before this one, that shows how I took the big bags and made some of these little envelopes out of them. So that's there. That one, coffee dyed. So I kind of alternated as much as possible. And I love the stitching around these pages. It goes well with this inside cover. This is the page I was telling you about. Hear that? This is a book page, and it has deli paper stitched over the top of it. And like I said, Rhonda without an H on Etsy, she sells these. But when I went to purchase some last night, she said that she didn't have any more right now, and I've also heard that her health is not too great right at the moment, so she's just doing, you know, what she can. But she did guide everybody to a video that showed how to do it. It's not hard at all, but it's a lot of work. I had rather purchase them from her, but I went ahead and put one in here. I may make some little pockets and things like this too and add in. I just think it's really pretty, and it's got that little crinkly, and then you're preserving that book page on the inside of there because there's the other side of it right there. You have to have a book page that is all the way, you know, you've taken out of your book and it's not just one sheet. You could probably attach it together with some material or something, but I just chose one that came out of the book real easy and it was still attached. So it's a double page, and then I just did some zigzag and regular stitching around. That's what she said she did with hers. And I may do some inking on it too on the sides. I don't know. We'll see. And then there is that, and a coffee dyed page. That one. That one. I just think those pumpkins and things are so pretty. This is just a gorgeous collection. And that one, and that's a good journaling spot there. Just trying to make sure I found the other pocket. Okay, this is another pocket. It'll be a full pocket for that page. And then there is that. That one. Love those pumpkins. And then this is the center. Isn't that pretty? It's got just a touch of blue. I love it. Okay. Now I'll just go back through this. This is the other sides of the sheets, but I'll just go through here with you. And you could, like I said, you could leave as many of these open as you want. I just left a couple because I've got lots of pockets and things to put in here. But I just think it's so pretty. I love that page there. And this with those leaves in the background. And then there's some coffee dyed. This is what my husband and my son-in-law, Whit and Brandon, dyed hanging on the clothesline. That's the coffee dyed paper. They did a good job, didn't they? All right, and then there's the other side of that crinkly paper. And all of you who ordered or who purchased the AJ kits, there's some deli paper and some book pages in your kit, so you can make these. Now, if you don't stitch, you can just glue this on. Just glue it around the edges with, I would glue it with a glue that's not going to show through. I put some glue stick behind mine just in little areas to hold it while I was stitching, but I would glue it with the glue that's not going to show through this, probably a glue stick. So, and I'll show you how I made that. It's really, really simple. But like I said, they do take time that I don't have, and so I'll just purchase mine from Rhonda when she's able to make more. Okay, this is the other side of that little pocket that we made. That one right there. Now, I didn't leave that very long, but I can still attach something to that. So I am, let's see, what do I want to attach? I might just want to attach another pocket to it. See, I can always put that down and just attach that like that and have just another pocket, but I don't want that one, I don't think. Let's see. I haven't decorated these. Might do this one. Yeah, I like that one better. We might put this one down there. So see, we can just glue that there, and that will be attached on this side. So we'll just go ahead and do that. I could have attached a card or a pocket or whatever else on here, a book page, but I think I want another one of these pockets. We'll just decorate it up. Okay. And that's just the right size. Yes, just the right size there, so that's good. So there is that. Okay, put that on nice and well. Look, I got a little bit right here I want to glue. Okay, and then we'll cover this or put some embellishments on that as we go along. And then there's another coffee dyed. Another one of her pages, and I love that with the green on the back of that. That's so pretty. And then there's the back, and like I said, we will put some pockets on this, but we will start decorating this probably in the next video. Not the next video that I publish, but sometime this week, because I plan on trying to finish this one this week. Now, I have some pieces that are already made, ready to go in here. Let me look. But then there's lots of embellishments with this kit as well. So I want to use a lot of these, like these pockets and things. I want to use those, the tickets. So I've got to cut all this out tonight. I'll be fussy cutting tonight. But we have a few pieces that are already made. I think this will go really pretty in this collection. Let's see, where do we want to put it? Might be a good page right there. Now this is a flip out, so it won't go on that one because that one's a pocket. So let me see, maybe this one. See if that's gonna go. All right, let's think about putting this one right here. What do you think about that? Or is that too bland? I don't know. Now I'm thinking it might be a little bit bland to put there. So see what else we have. Okay, these tags have some of the same colors in them, as you can see here. Sorry, I had that halfway off screen, didn't I? So I'm thinking this is one of the tags that we made from Rachel's Roxy Creations challenge, and this was actually supposed to be a pocket, which in some of them I did make them a pocket. I had someone that said those were actually supposed to be a pocket. Some of them I did make a pocket and some of them I didn't. So, but I think we might glue that down there and just close this up and let that be a pocket. Will that look okay with that? I think that will look okay there. So let's go ahead and put that down. I'm just going to put some glue on this side and the bottom, and that'll close that up into a pocket. And then we can tuck a little tag down in there. And I'm going to put it close to the edge, and then you'll have another little tuck spot there. So I'm just going to glue it down the side and across the bottom. So you can put it up close, but I don't want to cover up my stitching, so I'm just going to put it like that. And then we'll have a little tuck spot in there. And then you'll be able to put a tag in here. Of course, this one won't go. This is a different tag for a different day, but we can make a tag to go in there. All right, so that's our first piece of ephemera on. Let's see if we can find a spot for this one. I think it's pretty, but it's going to have to go on. Ooh, that might work right there. Oh no, it flips the other way. Well, let's see. We could always have it flipped this way, like this. Let's see what we're covering. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna have it flip like that, and that'll flip out. And then you've got little, I don't know why I'm off screen. Then you've got little pockets and things here. Do I want to do that? I think I do. I think I'm going to go ahead and put it down. And then this will be lots of little pockets in this one. I kind of wanted this on the front, but I think it'll be like a little surprise by putting it on the back. And then we can tuck all kinds of little tags and tickets and things like that in it. So there is another. I like the butterfly with it. It's got some of the same colors in it as that burnt orange here. So I like that. So that'll be a place there. You can journal here, and you've got all kinds of little places in there that we can put tags and things. So that's good. Now we have a pocket here that I may not punch out. I may just put a tab on the end of the big tag that we put down in there, so we'll see what we do with that. Let's see that one. I don't want to cover that up at all. This will probably put something on. These pieces are cute. This is what we made from Melina's challenge, and it was the last video that we put up. And these open up like this. See if I can open. So you've got journaling on that side and then journaling on this side. So we may glue that down right there. And we can actually leave this, and we can have a little tag tucked in there. Just trying to see. I don't know about that. I'm going to hold it off on that one a minute. Those go with a different collection. This one might go better. It's got all of the writing on it like this collection does. So let's put this one down here. This one opens up the same way. I'm just going to close it across the bottom, up the side. And then we'll still have a place for a little tuck in there. So there's that one. We got a pocket there. I think that might be almost all of the embellishments that I have cut out. I have this one, but I've already got one of those in there, so I don't want to put another one in there. So we will probably make some additional. Oh, I like that in there. I need a page that's got a little bit of blue on it though. And some of these larger tags I'll tuck in my pockets when I get those on. Alright, I'm going to cut out more of her ephemera, and then that is what we will be adding in here tomorrow. So I've got lots of fussy cutting to do, so I need to go get supper done and then sit down with my tray and start cutting, because this collection has tons of pockets and tags. Look at those. Lots and lots of pockets and tags to go in there. Of course, we won't use all of these, but some of these will probably be included in your ephemera pack that comes along with your journal. So, and I think that one may be too big, so I'm not going to cut that out. Some of these are a little bit big for this journal. And then these are some of the tags, so I'll cut those out. I definitely want to cut these little tickets out.